He fell off the tree. What a silly squirrel. Well, folks, we got the hammock set up. The highway is literally just right there. I'm literally like probably only like maybe 100 feet off of the highway, probably not even that far. But I figured I'd show you guys a cool little tip for anyone that might be brand new to hammock camping who may not know. It's a good idea to put these little lines right here. As you can see, it's a good idea to put these little lines on this rope, and the point of that is that any water that might drip down the tree and come down your line will hit this and then fall down. Now you only really need to use one. I have two because this line is a very cheap, small, thin line, so I got two there, kind of like a fail-safe. But you want to leave it a little bit off of your tarp, because if it goes onto the tarp, it could run down the inside of your tarp and then it will drip on you. So essentially, and of course I have two on the other side as well. And I also had to do my setup a little bit different this time, because I put the tarp up first. So as you can see, the main guideline is not going through. I actually have this tied onto the guideline as opposed to having the guideline put through and all of that good stuff. So I just figured I would show you that kind of like a little tip. And here you see I got this one a little bit further away, but same idea. I got two here, so if the water runs down the tree, it'll hit these and then hopefully just run off and won't come down on me. And as you can see, I got that one tied up there as well and all that stuff. I got my other gear down there underneath the tarp. I was actually going to set that tarp up, but now that I'm thinking about it, I was just down here looking, And I'm thinking that the way we have this setup done, I don't even think I'm going to put up the second tarp. I think I'm just going to do the cooking and everything right here, right underneath the hammock. It's high enough, and I don't have my big camping chair. I just have my little camping stool to sit on. So there's no reason, I don't think, why we just can't sit underneath this tarp and have our little fire. And what I'll use the second tarp for is calling for a lot of rain. It's still raining out right now. You can probably see everything soaking wet and dripping. It's calling for more rain overnight and into tomorrow. So what I'm thinking I might do is use that second tarp to wrap everything up, all my equipment, all my gear. That way the gear is not on the ground and is also covered again with the second layer. So I'll put it all underneath here before I go to sleep and all that good stuff. So alright guys, I got a little hole made here to try to levelate the ground for our fire cooker. Got the stool brought underneath the tarp, and as you can see, we are underneath the hammock, and I got the tarp laid out and got all of our stuff out and ready to go and all that good stuff. So there's my 4 liters of water. I brought 4 liters this time, carried it with me. Last time I was out and I carried water, I only took 2 liters and it wasn't enough. So this time I took 4 and all that good stuff. So I'm thinking I might get a snack, and then after we eat the snack, then we'll start cooking and stuff like that. So for our snack, we're having some cucumber, and this cucumber was actually homegrown in the back garden. In fact, all the vegetables that I have with me today were homegrown in a garden from somebody in my family. So that's really exciting. So it's going to be a really tasty and a really tasty fresh dinner with all sorts of delicious homegrown vegetables. So that's really exciting. They are delicious. These cucumbers are really good. I really like the setup. Looks good. I gotta gather up some small branches so that we can actually cook our dinner. It's so wet. It's so wet that I'm only going to be able to burn small branches. I hope I can even keep the fire going. I should be able to with the fire starter, I think, but push comes to shove, well, we got our cucumber. It is a squirrel. Is that a squirrel? It is a squirrel. Let me see if I can capture him with the camera. He's been hanging out here all day. Where is he? I see him. There he is. Oh, we got some squirrel action. I'm sure he's going to come back around anyways. Let me set you guys up there again. Oh, look at him. He's getting really close. Look at that. He fell off the tree. What a silly squirrel. Look at him. Is he going to go on top of my tarp? Look at him. I got a feeling he wants to try the tarp. He's not very happy. Look at him. He's fast. Ah, there he is. Oh, I think he's gone. Alright, let's get back to trying to start the fire. But now that we have a bottom, we should be able to keep the fire going now, I think. So I'm just going to fill it up again to get some more good coals. Fire's getting out of control now. I might have to move. Well, folks, it is really coming down here now. I failed with the fire, so I moved it under the tarp and threw in another fire starter. I don't think I'm going to be able to cook dinner, but I'm just trying to boil this water just to make it hot. As you can see, the water is literally pouring off the tarp. It's really wet. I don't actually own anything that's gas or fuel injected for cooking. I only have stuff that relies on wood, which is why I'm sort of failing here. But I think after this trip and, you know, not being able to be successful with my flame, I'm thinking I'm probably going to invest in some gas operated cooking equipment. That way we can still come out on these cool wet conditions and still come out and be able to eat. But that's okay, because I'll be okay with just having you know, just having a coffee and stuff and just sitting down and enjoying the you know, the rain is really pulling up there. I might wow, it's really coming down there. But yeah, I got everything underneath the tarp, the big camera and all my gear and stuff, and yeah, so it looks like everything's holding up good, and I'm probably gonna go and get in the hammock as soon as it actually gets dark anyways. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to keep the fire going long enough to actually cook a meal, unfortunately, so but that's okay. That's okay. Live and learn. Folks, it is coming down. It is super windy and it is raining like crazy. Watch. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not because it's so dark. Wow. It's actually not dark. It's just dark in here because of the fact that we're inside of the wilderness. But it is super windy and super rainy. Well, folks, we are in the hammock and are changed into some dry clothes and thinking about actually leaving my socks off because of just how warm it is outside. Even though it's really wet and miserable and rainy and windy, it is warm. It's still like, I don't know, 17 or 18 degrees Celsius, I think. And it's going to be warm throughout the night, so I'm thinking I might just leave my shoes off. And then I'm just going to get inside the sleeping bag. I might not do the sleeping bag up, but I'm definitely going to get inside there. And yeah, then we'll wake up tomorrow morning. I think it's supposed to be raining tomorrow as well, so we'll check it out. So good night, God bless, and I hope you're enjoying the adventure so far. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care. Ooh, wow, the wind has really picked up. It is super windy and super rainy outside. I can't believe how warm, and I also can't even believe how dry I am, considering that it's actually raining out there. I guess the tarp is really holding up, but I don't know if the camera is picking up the sway or not, but we are rocking back and forth. Every now and then we get a really big gust. You can like that, and we just start rocking. Good morning, folks. Ugh. I do not want to get up. It's still super windy and very rainy and wet and just sloggy, so chances are I'm probably not going to get a fire going again, so I'm probably just going to get up and pack up and then just go down to the pickup point. It's still yeah, it's still pretty bad out there, so I don't know what time it is. I don't have a watch or even my phone or something else I forgot. But overall, I had an amazing sleep. Still warm and dry. Won't be dry when I get up, but I'm still dry right now and warm. And honestly, had a good sleep, but it got really windy. Eventually, the hammock was just swinging like crazy. The trees were like crazy, and all that good stuff. So we're gonna get up and pack up and head to the drop-off or pickup. Well, guys, just pretty well going to pack up camp now and head out to the pickup point. I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure. I guess you could say this was our first official camping fail because I wasn't able to keep the fire going yesterday or last night. But also keep in mind, I don't want that to discourage you either, because you absolutely can have a fire in the rain. In fact, we did. If you go back and watch the 3-day camping trip that we did, 3 days camping by a pond, on the second part 2, or day 2 I think it is actually, on day 2 we have a fire going all that day and evening, and it was raining for that whole time. But I was very unprepared for this trip. I forgot a bunch of things, forgot my cell phone, forgot my charging pack, and my GoPro is almost dead already and I can't charge it because I brought all the cords, but I never brought the power bank, never brought my axe. So it was kind of a disaster before I even got here. I was having just I guess you would call it a bad day yesterday in terms of forgetting stuff. My mind was just wandering everywhere else. I had so much other stuff on my mind that I wasn't paying attention to the present, and because of that I fooled up this trip for the most part. But we still got a lot of really nice footage. We got some squirrels, tons of different mushrooms. There's mushrooms here everywhere. And we still got to spend the night out, and it was a really stormy night. It was very windy, rainy, definitely a rainstorm, and it was, and you know, there's a bunch of hurricanes going on around different parts of the world, so it could be affecting our weather here a little bit too. Fortunately, we never really got anything bad out of the hurricane, but there was a lot of people that did. So my heart is with those guys, and those people are in my prayers and all that good stuff. And yeah, so we're just gonna pack up and head out. Well folks, we got all of our gear packed up there now, and we're ready to go. Everything's cleaned up. Special thank you again to our brand new subscribers. Hopefully next week we'll be back to the Tuesday night upload. I got a ton of really cool adventures planned and all that good stuff, and I hope you enjoyed this one, and until the next adventure, take care.